Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to tackle one of the most popular and honestly one of the most misunderstood tools in all of trading, the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. But we're not just going to give you a textbook definition. Oh no. We're going to give you a powerful new way to see it as the market's speedometer. You know, when you get right down to it, trading is all about answering one simple question about a stock's price. Is it speeding up or is it slowing down? And if you can get that right, well, that's the secret to catching those huge moves. And that's exactly what RSI is designed to help you figure out. So to get there, we've got to talk about a little something called momentum. Think about a sprinter just exploding out of the blocks, right? The faster they run, the more momentum they build. And believe it or not, the way a stock's price moves, it works in a very similar way. Okay, so what is this RSI thing really? Well, the official definition is that it's an indicator that measures the speed and change of price moves, usually over the last 14 days. But listen, forget all the complicated math behind it. From now on, I want you to just think of it as one thing, and one thing only: the market's speedometer. Let's really dig into this analogy, okay? Because it is so powerful. You're in your car, you glance down at the dashboard, you see the speedometer. We all know what that thing does, right? See, it doesn't just tell you how fast you're going right now. The really crucial part is that it shows if you're accelerating, pushing on the gas, or if you're decelerating by hitting the brakes. And that change in speed, that's everything. And boom, that right there is exactly what RSI does for a stock. It's literally the speedometer for its price. It tells you not just where the price is, but how fast it's speeding up or slowing down. It is all about momentum. Okay, so if RSI is our speedometer, how in the world do we actually read the thing? This is where we get super practical with a simple but incredibly effective rule for trading. All right, I want you to do me a favor. Forget everything you might have already heard about RSI, just for a minute, because in the modern way of looking at this, these are the only two numbers that really, truly matter: 60 and 40. These are the critical marks on our speedometer. And this simple little framework, it just makes everything click. If your RSI reading is above 60, that's like you're flooring it. Momentum is strong, it's bullish. If it's below 40, you're slamming on the brakes. Momentum is strong, but to the downside, it's bearish. And what about that zone between 40 and 60? Well, the market's just kind of idling, not really going anywhere. All right, let's break that down a bit more. When you see the RSI needle push past that 60 level, that's a huge signal. It's a big green light. The market is telling you that buying pressure is accelerating, and a really strong rally could be just getting warmed up. And on the flip side, when that RSI drops below 40, our speedometer is screaming rapid deceleration. Selling pressure is winning the fight. Momentum is pointing straight down, and that price could be heading for a pretty sharp drop. Okay, now, I'm willing to bet that if you've ever looked up RSI before, you've heard these terms: overbought and oversold. And frankly, this is a huge trap that so many traders fall into. It's so important to see why our speedometer analogy completely debunks this old way of thinking. So what you have here are really two different schools of thought. You've got the modern way we just talked about, the 60-40 momentum levels, up against the old traditional approach with its 70-30 overbought and oversold levels. So the old rule, the one you'll find in all those dusty old trading books, says that when RSI gets above 70, a stock is overbought. And the idea is you should probably be looking to sell because a reversal is right around the corner. But let's jump back in our car for a second. Seriously, think about this. If you're speeding down the highway at 100 miles an hour, does your car just instantly stop on a dime and then go in reverse? That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? No way! Of course not. You've got tons of forward momentum. And a stock with an RSI above 70? It's the exact same thing. It is screaming powerful upward momentum. It's not a sell signal. It's a, wow, this trend is incredibly strong signal, and it could keep going a lot higher. And this is the big takeaway right here. If you sell just because RSI hits 70, you are literally betting against the strongest momentum you could possibly find. You might be hopping off the train right before it really, really takes off. So all of this leads to a completely new way to look at this tool. It's about making a really simple but really profound shift in how you think. All right, let's wrap this new mindset up. Forget about hunting for overbought or oversold. Instead, just ask yourself, What's the speedometer telling me? Is this stock accelerating past 60? Is it decelerating below 40? Or is it just kind of idling in between? That's where the real insight is. And if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Your job is to trade with the momentum, not against it. Don't try to be a hero and call the exact top or bottom. Use RSI to find the powerful trends and just ride them. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Once you stop seeing RSI as this confusing reversal signal and start seeing it for what it is, a simple speedometer, everything about market momentum just clicks into place. It becomes crystal clear. So the only question left is, now that you can see it, what are you going to do differently?